right, we're getting a Lewis Laskin
versus James Bishop.
And Lewis Laskin, we watched him earlier. He is playing a mono blue Grand Architect deck, and he's going to be facing off against James Bishop, who's playing Wolf Run.
Yeah, Wolf Run with 2 Bonfire of the Damned in the main deck.
Cool.
And your most hated sideboard card.
He's Cavern of Souls in the sideboard again.
No.
Surgical Extraction in the sideboard also.
We have
Surgical
another.
Extraction is fine in the sideboard in Wolf Run because against Freets, it just makes you significantly better than them post board if you draw one.
That's fair.
Which is fine. But I don't think you really want to side in it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Unless there's like some like weird deck that nobody really knows about.
We get to pull up the notepad file of Glimmer Post v Cavern.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I'm down 1-0. I'm okay with it. That happens.
Yeah, so earlier I said that I do not like the inclusion of Glimmer Post in these decks. And Drew does like the inclusion of Glimmer Post. So now we've created a tally of every time having Glimmer Post wins somebody a game
versus how many times it not being colored mana loses them the game.
Yeah.
Because there is a real trade-off. It only taps for colorless mana. There's a reason why Corbett Gray, when he debuted it, played Coppermere instead of Rampant Growth. I mean, actually, no, he did play Rampant Growth as well. He didn't play something else, but he played Coppermere because it was an easier cast than some green card.
All right, so we're off. James Bishop on the play with Wolf Run Ramp has a Rootbound Crag followed by a Copperline Gorge. Does he have an acceleration spell?
He does.
He does. It's a Rampant Growth, so going to grab himself a Forest or a Mountain.
Yeah.
And then Lou is going to continue playing.
Yeah, this seems like
no turn to play. Trying to keep things moving fast because there is only 8 minutes and 55 seconds left in this round.
Yeah.
Does not want to time out, so going to let his opponent take his turn really fast.
And Lou holding on to Wormcoil Engine, so if he has Grand Architect, then we are looking at the turn 3, turn 4.
Yep.
I thought I saw a Ponder in his hand, so he must have Architect Wormcoil.
Yep. He must have it all together already.
I would think so. Right? Or is the fourth card, the missile card? The middle card? Oh, yeah. He has 1 Dissipate.
And his opponent, on 4 mana, casts Sphere of the Suns, threatening a Titan next turn. And let's see, does Lou have some sort of answer to this?
I feel like you have to mana leak this.
Yeah, if you have it, you do.
Right, because like you're gonna need to.
You're gonna need to start playing threats and.
Yeah. Otherwise,
so
you
the
can
thing is that Lou can't play his Grand
mana.
Architect this turn because he's gonna need to leave open Dissipate mana.
So this is like the perfect time for a slow rolled Caverns, right? Like this is where sequencing your lands actually comes into play because you could just play Cavern on turn 3 and name Giant and like that can just be, but it lets your opponent sculpt their lines of play. And if your Cavern is your 6th mana source, then you just catch them.
Yeah. You catch him really hard. And this is the thing that James at this point might be thinking, okay, I'll just get to 9 mana and play my Titan. But Lou has a Dissipate hand.
Yeah.
So all that waiting for nothing. All right, Lou with a Merfolk Looter. That's actually like one of the better draws he can get here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to start getting things going because at some point he can get Inkmoth Wolfrun. So he casts Beast Within on his black source. Okay.
Yeah. And Gyarados coming out to party.
Gyarados going back into his Pokeball.
Yeah.
Beast Token coming out to play.
Lou's have chosen him, but
the judge told him to choose a different one.
All right, now James created this opportunity for himself to try to resolve a Primeval Titan, and
it resolved.
I'm just going to say, okay, no problem. Lou certainly not down for the count now, has the ability to clone this Primeval Titan on his turn. And grab some Ghost Quarters, take care of those Kessig Wolfruns. Really not that big of an issue at all for him.
Ooh, gets Cavern of Souls naming Giant, I can only assume.
Yeah. And
can we get some confirmation?
So, Lou, the A Million Clone deck. Yeah, now that his opponent has that Cavern of Souls, the Dissipate in his hand becomes significantly worse. But luckily for him, he has Merfolk Looter, so you can just cash it in for a new card.
Yeah.
Cavern of Souls is naming Giant.
Yep. As expected. So I'm anticipating some sort of clone effect here because he's going to want to cast Wormcoil Engine next turn. The only question is how many clones he wants to cast.
Yeah, and I'm guessing 2 clones.
I want my trigger, but I'm also going to cast this other clone. Can I just get 4 lands?
Oh, okay, never mind. 2 clones and a Grand Architect. Yep.
So he's going to get the 2 lands. He's going to cast Grand Architect with his remaining 3 and tap Grand Architect and Merfolk Looter to cast Phyrexian Metamorph.
Yeah, using his top end against his opponent. And the thing is, he gets the search for double Ghost Quarter, so that's going to be able to take care of both of his opponent's Kessig Wolfruns that he has in his deck.
Yeah.
Very powerful abilities.
Yeah.
Coming from Laskin over here.
James is going to have to find another way to win. He's going to get a turn to Wolf Run the Primeval Titan. But he might want to use that opening to hit the Phantasmal Image instead.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you have the Wolf Run in play, you start using it to deal with the images, but the problem is that, I mean, Lou's deck has a ton of redundancy. You just...
Yeah, the real question is, do you want your Primeval Titan on board when Lou untaps?
Yeah, and here comes Glimmer Post again. See, these Glimmer Posts, they keep not affecting the game at all.
Hey, look, man, Mono Blue Architect is not exactly an attacky deck. It is much more of a...
But against the attacky decks, they're even worse, because then you can't cast your Slag Storms.
Hey, man, he just cast a Slag Storm.
Alright. Did cast the Slag Storm?
And...
What was that?
Zenith for Corruptor to take care of that.
That was a really good turn for James.
So it looks like he Slag Stormed with the permanents on top. The Glimmer Post Sphere, Crag. Zenith for 3 with the lands in the middle for Corruptor to kill Metamorph. And Wolf Run to the Image on the other side with the lands on the bottom.
Seems reasonable.
So Image dies, Metamorph dies to Corruptor, Slagstorm takes care of Beast and Looter and Architect. Board clears, Primeval Titan searches up, 2 lands, probably another Wolf Run and another Nexus. Although he might not even want Wolf Run because it's just going to get hit. Right? He might want to naturally draw it.
Yeah, so just going to grab some Glimmer Post.
Gain 8 more life.
Gaining a bunch of life. It may seem like Lou's really behind here, but surprisingly in this game, because the Buried Ruins in play.
Yeah, Buried Ruin is going to...
He cashed in and become Primeval Titans very easily.
I think he still has to Ghost Quarter main.
I think you're right.
Yeah, cast Primeval. Cast Wormcoil, rather.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't like saying go there.
Oh, you didn't use the...
Yeah, no. Because now he can...
Yeah, now, it's interesting that Lou chose to do it this way.
the thing is, Wormcoil Engine doesn't have First Strike, so he can actually... I guess he's telegraphing Vapor Snag here, right?
Yeah, I think
that's what he's got to have.
I think he just has like Dissipate in hand or something.
Because James is representing lethal with Viridian Corruptor plus Wolfron.
Yeah. Also presenting lethal with...
Yeah, just exactly 10 infects. So, the problem is, if Wormcoil blocks Corruptor, then...
Primeval Titan's lethal.
Yeah. It's not exactly lethal, but it's definitely a lot closer.
Oh no, with the Wormcoil life gain, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's 18, so it's not quite there. But he's going to have to block this Corruptor. Well, I like this from Lou.
So he waits until after the trigger to make sure that he's not going to have to face... I get it.
So he gets to see where all of it goes.
Yeah.
Make his
very
decision
smart.
accordingly.
I like it.
Okay, so +8/+0 to
Corruptor.
Viridian Corruptor.
No Vapor Snag here.
And
so he's gonna trample over for
4 infect.
Yeah. Lou's gonna get 2 3/3s. Death Touch and
Lou
Lifelink.
stays at 12. Gets a pair of 3/3s.
Is that Star You and Star Me?
I think it's a Clefairy.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not close.
And
And it looks like he's getting Joey Pasco and Big Head Joe instead.
unable to battle with Pokemon, despite being a
I was
well-versed
thinking that it would be
Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be Star You Star Me after Gyarados sort of established the water theme.
Yes, understandable. All right, now
Twitter coming in.
Still with a good amount of action here. Probably going to get in with his life token here.
Yeah, saving death to KO the Primeval Titan.
Joey Pasco getting in the red zone there a little bit.
Yeah, Twitter coming in to make sure that we know that it's Clefairy and Mewtwo.
Oh, it's Mewtwo. Nice.
Yeah. We have some adept Pokemon masters out in the Twitterverse as well. James just has most of the lands in his deck in play.
Yep.
And a bonfire in hand. You see that at the front?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure that
No, Lou still has this paint in hand, I think.
Oh, right, yeah. Man, this is really just showcasing the power of Wormcoil Engine.
Yeah, I mean,
James doesn't really have any good attacks besides Inkmoth Nexus for one, right?
Nope.
I mean, obviously, if he peels Wolfron, then...
This is kind of a crazy game.
Yeah. I think he just knows that he needs to peel Wolfron. All of it. So that's 4, 7, 11, 14. It would have been for 7. However, Bonfire of the Damned, not a giant, can be countered by Dissipate.
Yes.
Is countered by Dissipate. He already played a land.
He did already play a land. All right, I think Lou's got this game now.
Yeah. Wormcoil Engine, very good against Titans.
Yeah, I mean, well, normally the Primeval Titan beats the Wormcoil Engine because it just infects them.
Yeah. But
Lou's
Ghost Quarter...
Yeah, Lou's ability to copy it and go get Ghost Quarters. And it's actually a really valuable
Yeah.
I think like the
It's a
second
big
Ghost
game.
Quarter. Super relevant here.
Yeah.
Only 4 minutes left in the round now. Or no, 4 minutes past time. So these guys are in extra turns now. Do we know what extra turn they're on?
Or if they have a time extension?
They probably do have a time extension because we had to bring them over to the feature match area. And in some guys come. Death Touch token and a Worm Coil engine.
Interesting that he sends death and not life.
No, because the Primal Titans untapped.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, don't you just like not send either? Like,
I think you send death.
is his
that
Metamorph
9 damage.
Worm Coil?
What?
His Metamorph is a Worm Coil, right?
I assume so.
Okay.
He didn't search for lands, so.
Fair.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that he didn't pump one of the guys with the Architect, but I guess he wants to leave Buried Ruin up.
Yeah, he probably wants to get another dude back at end step.
Lou going up to 5 Infect.
Luge is dead to the one of healed Wolf Run. This is turn 0.
Turn 0, alright, so I think they are going to have enough turns to finish this game.
I agree.
But it's going to be close. And that Primeval Titan off the top is pretty good draw step for James.
Players, if you register for Commander Pod number,
Lewis gets back
please come see me
Metamorph
at
at end step.
Yep.
Players registered for Commander Pod number 3, please come see me at the stage.
And Lou going to, if I'm him, I attack with both Worm Coils and the Death Token.
Yeah. I agree. Something about life and death. Normal conversations. He really wants his Pokemon.
I appreciate that. You know, it's him and them.
Yeah.
You know, they're his
They're in
best
it
friends.
together.
You know, in a world that they must defend. All right, so probably charging in with both these Worm Coils and the Death Token.
So I would like to note, James has gained 11 life over the course of this game with Glimmer Posts.
Yeah, it may cause him to draw
Yeah.
successfully, and if he's given the extra turn to draw the thing, then you get to add a point to your tally.
Yeah, man. He would be at 8 right now, right? So like he'd have to make different blocks here. Whereas like right now he can just take it.
Yeah, all right. It decides to send in with everybody. And Primeval Titans are going to... they jump in front of Worm Coils. Lou can just make the Worm Coils into 7/7s.
Yeah. The Grand Architect ability, real good like that. And the sick part about Death Touch is that it works sort of unintuitively. You can choose to only deal 1 point of damage to each blocker before moving on to the next one. So even though 2 6s
Yeah,
are blocking the 7/7, you still got 5 points of damage left over after they're both dead.
Yeah, so Lou here dealing 4, 8, 15, putting James down to 4. I'm going to pass the turn back over. So James now at 4, Lou at some massive number of life. And James can win with a top-decked Wolf Run, I believe.
Yeah, James has been playing for this Wolf Run all game.
Nope. Doesn't find it. And Lou Laskin, able to win that match. 4-0. 4-0 now.
Mono Blue Grand Architect.
The Squeaker. And that was an epic game.
Yeah, that was awesome.
A really sweet game. We watched Primeval Titan come down on turn 4 for the Wolf Run.